Woo! I see y'all. Thank you.
What do you say right now? We here, y'all. Yo, Jess, I see you. Pen said, I see you. F.A.
Put your hands up high, let them know that you're drunk in your
I see y'all. I see y'all. Y'all ready?
We ready, y'all. We ready, y'all. Just a snippet right now. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it.
I see y'all. Go on ahead. Get your wine ready. Y'all ready for the show? Kayla, I see you. Tata, I see you. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Yeah! We're featured, baby!
Yeah.
Hello!
We made it. Hello?
Make sure y'all fave up the best DJ on the app, DJ Rich Beats, y'all, period. This is the first featured episode of Modern Day Bay. I am so excited. I see y'all going crazy. Thank you so much. Welcome to the newly featured Modern Day Bay with ELLE, the only show on Tagged navigating the modern way to find your bay, and the only live stream podcast tackling the challenges of modern day dating and romantic relationships. I am your hostess, ELLE The Druggg, and tonight we are broadcasting our first featured episode of the show, y'all. First featured episode, but this is overall season 2, episode 4. Hello? Modern Day Bay is a weekly show occurring every Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is brought to you by the Scoutz. All right? Ooh. All right, y'all. So, of course, before we get started, I have a few announcements. I've got bills to pay, people looking at me, making sure that I pay my debts. So let's get right into it, okay? My weekly content, again, my name is ELLE The Druggg. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, the morning ELLE. I have it 8 a.m. On Tuesdays, obviously, you can meet me right here for Modern Day Bay. And on Thursdays, I do Face the ELLE, which is a makeup get ready with me at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Fridays, right after the morning ELLE, you can catch me co-hosting the featured show, The Brighter Side, with Top Badge Lolo at 11 a.m. Eastern, okay? So that's what I've got going on. But y'all know I am also a loud and proud Scout. So I'm going to go over this Scout's weekly content as well, okay? On Mondays, we have Geek Out with Casper, okay? It's a featured show, so make sure you tap in 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Tuesday, the app itself has a great lineup. We have Rex's Executive Chef Wars at 7. Miles presents Punchlines at 8. Rello presents Hot Topics at 9, which is the longest running show on the app, so make sure y'all tap into that. And then, of course, This Is It with Queen K at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I follow up that amazing lineup. Okay, so make sure you tap in on Tuesdays. Hello? On Wednesdays, we have Adult Talk with Top Badge Mo Sexy for Top Badge at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Thursdays, we have new content from my girl Susie B. You'll see and hear her later on in the Boss Bay panel, but and I'll let her go into that. But we have bingo. Hello? Virtual bingo every single Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, so make sure you tap in there. And then, of course, Beyond the Badge with my guy, Diamond Supply, at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, and then, of course, last thing is Fridays. We do The Brighter Side with Lo at 11 a.m. Eastern. And, of course, look at Lo. I see you, girl. Make sure y'all favor and tap in with her every single Friday at 11 a.m., okay? And then, of course, we have karaoke. It's returning this Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern with my girl 2 Cents for Top Badge 2 Cents, okay? Period. Now, I will let y'all know, if you are wanting to be on Modern Day Bay, signups are currently closed, as we have booked through season 2, y'all. Season 2 is already booked out. However, if you're interested in being on the show, send me a message on Instagram. It's linked in my bio. And those who do that will be up first for consideration whenever season 3 booking opens. All right. I did mention earlier that karaoke is returning this Friday. However, there's also a karaoke auction, in 2 Cents Live. It's a 10K entry for a chance to win an icy for the best 2-minute performance. The date is August the 11th, y'all. So not this Friday, but next one. Side note, I am number 13 in the auction, and whoever thinks they can afford me will win a week-long name change from me, as well as a special thank you segment on the show. So make sure y'all pull up to the karaoke auction on August 11th, okay? It's kind of a big deal. All right. And if you don't already, please be sure to follow me on Instagram. It's linked in my bio so you can keep up with me and all the things that we've got going on in the announcements. Hello? Finally, make sure y'all fave up the best DJ on the app, okay? DJ Rich Beats, as he boxes down for now, but don't worry, he will be back to close out the show, all right? And if you are just tuning in, you are sort of on time. But welcome to Modern Day Bay with Elle. It's a weekly show we do every Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern, and the only show untagged, navigating the modern way to find your bay. I am your hostess, ELLE The Druggg. And this show is brought to you by the Scoutz. Hello? All right, y'all. So let's jump right into tonight's topic. I'm really excited about it. We've got an incredible lineup for you tonight, and I'll be bringing up my featured guest co-host in just a minute. But while she requests the box, let's talk about tonight's topic, dating with a purpose. Hello? Now, dating with a purpose is when you consciously try to find your ideal partner who has the same relationship plans as you, along with your desired values and qualities. The idea is to build a strong foundation for intentional relationships, which are recorded as fostering happier and healthier relationships, especially in romantic settings. Undoubtedly, creating an action plan and implementing it while dating is a lengthy and cumbersome process, but many believe it's absolutely worth it. All right. During this episode, we will chat with our co-host about the benefits of dating with a purpose, as well as some of the communication skills you may build or gain from dating with a purpose. We are going to dive into this topic with our featured guest first, then get into a short themed activity, followed by my favorite part when we bring up the newly named Boss Bay panel and have an open forum conversation about tonight's topic. Hello? So before I introduce the co-host, we have to see, okay, y'all. So I'm going to work with y'all on this one because y'all know I ask y'all to put the emojis up whenever we bring somebody in, right? But this emoji's kind of hard, so I'm going to walk you through it. All right? You go to your keyboard, you type in moon, okay? It's going to come up with all the phases of the moon. We want the moon that's yellow on the left side, okay, and black on the, okay, I see China got it. I see Aquarian got it. Where's the moon? There, I see Rich Beats. I see Casper. Yeah, that's it. All right, it sounds like y'all are ready for me to bring up the co-host. Our featured co-host tonight is so beautiful inside and out and someone I greatly admire on this app. Her presence is so powerful and positive that you shouldn't be surprised if she leaves you inspired. Please welcome hostess of the featured show Success After Setback and my girl, Purpose Driven. Let me see those emojis, y'all. Yeah, period. Hello, beautiful. How are you?
I am good. Congratulations, boo.
Thank you. I just want to be like you when I grow up, girl. Thank you. I'm so happy you're here. Y'all, please show my girl some love and make sure that y'all fave her up while we have the pleasure of spending time with her, okay? Now, obviously, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I want to give other people the opportunity to get to know a little bit about you. You know, I know you. I've been in your stream. I've been to the show. I've been on the show. So I kind of have my fair share of what you do. But I would love for you to tell everyone what you've got going on, who you are, what you got going on in your stream. Just let them get to know you a little bit.
Well, of course, y'all, I am purpose driven. You can catch me every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Success After Setback. Right now, I'm just creating a safe space for people. That's just one of the things that I'm doing. And I actually have another show coming out called Safe Space, and that's actually going to be a nonprofit in real life. So, hey, just fade me up, come catch a drift with me. That's just what I do.
I love that. We'll have to talk off app because I don't think I've shared this with you, but I have a nonprofit, so we'll have to talk and chop it up a little bit about that there. That's interesting. I love that for you. Congratulations on that. Okay, so how long have you been streaming on Tagged?
So I've been streaming on Tag since last year, February. I took a couple breaks, but that's how long I've been streaming. And I've been on Tag for longer, but I started off as gifting first, and then, people are like, you need to stream. Okay, I'll do it. But yeah.
Well, I'm certainly glad you did. You bring a lot of great content and perspective to the app, and it's something that I really appreciate. Do you have any streaming goals you'd like the people to know about or support you on?
Just come in. Just come in, catch a vibe. I have meaningful conversations, so just come in. I really don't have any streaming goals per se right now, because I'm trying to get back in the width of on a regular schedule, because right now it's just random besides Sundays. So just come on in.
There, y'all heard her. Make sure y'all tap in, okay? Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. All right, Purpose. I gotta ask you this question. So before we were featured and we were a different name, I used to ask people to give me one word to describe, like to how to bag a baddie, right? That was the name of the show. So, but because we've changed it, I have a different question for you. However, it's along the same lines. In one word, tell me the most important quality you desire in your modern day bae.
A growth mindset. Ooh. So I'll just go with mindset. I will go with mindset.
I love that. And for those of you, I'm not going to go too much into it because that can be a whole nother topic, but a growth mindset compared to a fixed mindset, not even compared to anything, is truly something that is rare and important and stops you from limiting yourself and those around you. So that was a great answer. I love that one. I might adopt that one. All right, if you're just tuning in, welcome to Modern Day Bae with Elle, a weekly show every Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, and the only show on Tag navigating the modern way to find your bae. I'm your hostess, ELLE The Druggg, and Modern Day Bae is brought to you by the Scoutz, and we're sitting here with the lovely purpose-driven. We're just about to get into the conversation about dating with a purpose. So, purpose, right off top. This topic was like perfect, right? We like came into it so beautifully because it already had the word in it. We knew what it was. Right. How do you feel about dating with a purpose?
I feel like you have to have a purpose behind why you're dating. Because what are you necessarily doing this for? You know what I'm saying? There has to be some type of end goal, some type of something somewhere. Otherwise, you could run into a lot of issues. But I feel like dating with a purpose is definitely important. Definitely important.
Absolutely. Okay, great. So that's kind of the next question. Is dating with a purpose important to you? You said yes. Do you want to elaborate a little bit more on why? I know you said you need to have a purpose, and obviously moving with intention is something that's ideal. But is there anything else you want to add to that as far as like why it's important specifically to dating?
Me personally, I don't waste my time. I don't waste my time. I don't give my energy to something that is not serving purpose for me. Yes. I don't waste my time. So you gotta date with a purpose. Like you just have to, like, what are we building? What is the foundation we're making?
Right.
So
what are we even talking about? Like, why are you here? Absolutely.
That part.
Okay, so do me a favor. Tell me about the benefits you like most about dating with a purpose. And what do you like least about it? We can start off with the most. What do you like the most about dating with a purpose? What's most beneficial for you?
I would have to say knowing that we got something, maybe. Knowing that there is, like I said, a foundation there that we can rock on. And I would kind of say, like, even if that foundation is not dating wise, but long as that foundation, we could probably even stay friends because of the foundation we build.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that would be more important, like, because I know we have something. As far as the least, it may get hard sometimes. You know, people don't understand, but relationships are work. They're work. So I would go with that. I would go with that.
Those are really good answers. I feel like obviously, kind of to build off what you said, right? That it's moving with intention is always like ideal, right? Because then you have a plan, you have a purpose, you have a reason for what you're doing, right? So that automatically means you're more invested in the situation. That automatically means you're doing it because you want to. It's, you know what I mean? It's intentional. You're doing it on purpose, like we keep saying. I feel like we're going to say the words purpose and intentional a lot. Also, just be prepared right now, okay?
Right.
But yeah, so and obviously that's what you want whenever you're thinking of a partner, whenever you're thinking of someone that's building with you and that's going to invest in you and you're going to invest in, right? You want someone that's actually going to choose you and to choose the situation and to want all of that, right? So very, very good points. I think one of the things that I like least about it is you have to be, and I don't know if this is gonna sound bad, y'all, please don't judge me, but you have to be accountable. You have to be super accountable. You have to take the time and the diligence to like be intentional, right? You don't just wake up and you're not just like, hey, I'm gonna be intentional. No, you have to move in the way that is best for that process, for that plan. And you have to be accountable whenever you do that. So for me, it's one of those things because, like, you know, whenever you're dating, you can get caught up in like the fun stuff, right? Like, oh, he looks good. Oh, this. Oh, you know what I mean? But that's not always what's most important. And you kind of have to like hold yourself to a standard whenever you're doing that. So I'm not saying that that's a bad thing at all, but it's just not as fun when you think about dating, but it's still worth it, right? It's still absolutely worth it. Okay, let's roll into the next question. An intentional relationship requires each person to be active rather than passive. It requires everyone involved to take action instead of waiting for things to happen. How would you apply this to the dating stage? So in other words, what things do you have to put in action whenever you're dating? Or what things do you prioritize putting into action whenever you're dating?
That is a great question. That is a great question. So how would I implement it into dating? Man.
Okay, so One Life in the comments said words of encouragement. They would take action by speaking words of encouragement to their partner. I think that's a really good one. Mado said my word, so I'm assuming that he means he's going to be honest, right? He's not going to lie. He's going to absolutely stand on what he says, which is also a really good point. So what are some of the things that like that, or that you would either do or that you desire your partner to do whenever you're...
Yeah, I was just about to say that China is support, providing any type of support, and, you know, providing a safe space. You know, that's a big one, especially when you're dealing with men. They're not going to open up unless you're providing a safe space. But I would definitely have to say support, words of encouragement, like the person said in the comments there. That's just me. So, yeah, I would have to go with that.
That's a good answer. China, I see you too. That was a great answer, support. And I think that that goes in a lot of different ways, right? When we think of support, there's usually something that primarily comes to your mind when you speak a word. Whenever it's support for me, it's about time, investing time and energy. Sometimes some people think it's money. Some people think it's words of encouragement, like it was said earlier in the comments, right? But support comes in various forms. So it's really important. While that's a wonderful answer, it's really important to understand in which ways your partner accepts support too. Because if you're giving that support, right, and they're not in a place where they need that, that's not what they need to be supported in, then it's not going to be the grand gesture that, they hope it to be and that you need, right? So great answer. Okay. They say a strong, healthy relationship is built with 3 C's: communication, compromise, and commitment. Is it easier to find the things when I'm sorry. Is it easier to find these things when dating with a purpose? Is it possible to find these things in a partner if you are not dating with a purpose? So there's like a 2-part question. The 3 C's are communication, compromise, and commitment. That's what they say a strong relationship is built on. Okay. So, is it easier to find compromise, commitment, and communication whenever you're dating with a purpose?
Yeah, I would say it is. I would definitely say it is, only because if you're not dating with a purpose, it could be everywhere. It could be anywhere. It could be just a one-night thing, or
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
So the reason why I asked that is because when you're looking for specific things, sometimes it's like it doesn't always pop out at you, right? Like if you're looking for these specific things, sometimes if you're like, I need the, like, you know what I mean? You can kind of fixate on it. So that's why I was asking that. Do you think it's still possible for people to find those things if they're not dating with a purpose, or no?
Destiny
said no.
But I mean, you kind of, I'm like in between, I guess, because you can, like, some people just date just to freaking date, like, you know what I'm saying? And you can communicate. You could find some type of commitment in that. Whatever you guys need, one might be doing this, what, you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
I guess, yeah and no. Yeah,
I feel you. I like what Jazz Renee said in the comments. She said not healthy versions. And that's what I was kind of going to say is like, you can find it, right? Like you might be able to find it, but eventually there's going to be something there where it's like, because we weren't searching for this and because this wasn't agreed upon expectation,
right.
It can get muddy, right? It can get like, oh, well, this is what I'm used to. Well, it can just get muddy. So I agree with that. That was a really good point in the comments, y'all. Thank you. Not they are committed to the FWB, Destiny. I see you. Okay, so let's go into, do you think dating with a purpose will lead you to the person of your dreams?
I'm going to say yes. And then I'm going to say no, too. Because y'all know when we date, we'll think we're dating for a purpose, right? But some people might have another whole other intent behind that. So I would say yes and no to that.
What do you mean by a whole nother intent? Elaborate a little bit.
Listen. You know, they could be in it for many different reasons, whatever they can get.
For sure.
You think, and people can play very well. They can play very well. But I truly just feel like, those other intentions could be just, hey, level me up real quick, or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
whatever
sure.
the case may be.
A lot of people like placeholders, I think is what people call them. It's like somebody to like hold a place until you find someone better type of thing. Especially people who either lack commitment or maybe don't want to be lonely. I'm not going to lie and say that I haven't gone down that road before. Okay. It's a place of vulnerability here, folks, on Modern Day Bay. So, okay. All good points. Let's go with dating is a great opportunity to learn about yourself, others, and relationships. What communication skills do you think dating with a purpose can enhance?
Not being, I don't even know if it's really a word for it, but not being so close-minded. I feel like when you date with a purpose, you'll be able to compromise more. You'll be able to think outside that box more, because you won't. How can I really word it? Like, you won't be just like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I can't see my partner. No, when you're dating with a purpose, you're gonna watch everything about this person. You're going to pay attention to certain things, and you might even, like I said, compromise a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, yeah, you can.
Yeah, I like that too. Jazz also said here in the comments, effective communication means thoroughly communicating your point. That's really, really good point. I think another good point is like communication is not just talking, right? It's not just getting your point across. It's also listening. It's also actively listening, right? And I think that whenever you're dating with a purpose, that's one of the key things that you have to do is listen. You have to listen to the good and the bad, right? You have to listen to how are you with money? How are you with people? How are you with whatever it is, right, that your priority is? How are you with it? You really have to listen, because no one is going to come out and just be like, oh, I'm bad at this, or oh, you know what I mean? There may be some people that are a little bit more transparent, but that's something you really have to listen to. And you have to listen to the good and the bad so that you can make a fair assessment and understand where they come into play on your list of wants versus needs, right? So listening for me, I feel like my listening got better the more I started to like engage and build relationships with people. But I had to learn to listen. So that's always been something that like I try to like point out now. Okay, we're actually at the end of this segment. It went a little faster. I have a few more questions, but that's okay. We can talk about them whenever we bring up the panel. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Modern Day Bae with Elle, a weekly show every Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the only show on Tag navigating the modern way to find your bae. My name is ELLE The Druggg. I am your hostess, and we are just about to get started on a little activity here with my co-host for the evening, Purpose Driven. Okay, make sure y'all fave her, like I said, while we have the opportunity to spend time with her this evening. All right, y'all. So there are 8 benefits of dating with a purpose. We're gonna get into a little activity. Y'all ready in the comments? Y'all ready? Okay. So we're gonna, there are 8 benefits to dating with a purpose. What do you think they are? So we're going to name in the comments some of the benefits of dating with a purpose, right? Because I really want y'all to understand how beneficial it can be to you. All right. So any ideas? What are some of the things you think about whenever you're dating with a purpose? What are some of the benefits you can think of that you might take away from this process? Purpose, you have any guesses you want to give? Again, the question is, there are 8 benefits to dating with a purpose. What are some of your guesses? What do you think they are? I see Jazz said safety. What do you think, Purpose?
Yeah, I was going to say security, stability, maybe.
So the first one is maintain a stable and healthy relationship with your partner. So that was a good security, stable, safety. I'll take that. Let's see. I see emotional growth. I feel like these are longevity is a good one. Understanding is a good one. Good community. Okay, y'all definitely have some ideas. I feel like we're not gonna get them verbatim, right? Like, because I pulled this list from Google. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. But it does say on here, right? Maintaining a stable and healthy relationship with your partner. That was number 1. They do have listed as number 2, less trust issues, more loyalty, and better understanding. So I saw a couple of those words in the comments. I definitely saw understanding and loyalty. So yeah, for sure. There's less trust issues because you understand the person on a deeper level because it was intentional, right? Better knowledge of self and your partner, right? It builds relationship skills, including trend communication skills. So that's a good one. Great answer. you practice boundaries, right? And this is a big one for me. This is a big one for me because boundaries are sort of hard, right? Whenever you have people like, they're kind of difficult to stick to sometimes, right? But whenever you're dating with a purpose and it's a yes or no, like this is what I'm wanting and this is what I'm needing and these are the things that I'm not willing to compromise on, like it helps you practice like saying no. And that's a big thing for people. That's a big thing for me. And that's something that I really took away from dating with a purpose. So, you practice your boundaries. Boundaries create protection, which is one of the words that they said earlier in the comments. So shout out to you, Heaven on Earth. You're right about that. Okay, the last couple answers. Ready? It enhances conscientiousness and self-awareness, right? So you're more conscious, you're more self-aware. That accountability piece that I was talking about earlier, all come into play. All right, and then it builds a foundational friendship. I saw in the comments earlier a lot of folks being like, we need a friendship, the foundation. You know, that's what it does. It builds that foundational friendship so that you're able to build on it to actually manifest a romantic relationship, which I think is really beautiful. And then the last answer, y'all, is you have the opportunity to have a deeper connection and be more intimate with your partner. So there's that level of intimacy, right? And I think if I can just be honest with y'all, in this day and age, it feels like intimacy is a tougher thing to unlock because trust issues, because people have been through things, because experiences, because everything, right? So whenever you have the opportunity to actually build a connection and have that intimate relationship, right? That intimate partnership, that intimate bond, I think that's very special. And I think that you're more likely to get that when you date with a purpose. All right. Okay. So now that we've gone through the activity, I am so excited because this is the part where we get to bring up the Boss Bae panel, y'all. The Boss Bae panel. So while we have them request the box, I have my girl Susie B today, and I have my girl Banks with us. We are going to, we're going to get into this conversation in a more fun, okay, way. Let's get it, let's go. I got my girls here. And if my finger can, there we go. Big Banks! How you doing? Susie B!
Hello. See, I knew I should have worn my glasses. Yeah.
How you doing? I'm surprised you. I think this is the first time. Look, I started to call you her because you always got your glasses on, child. It's the first time I think I seen you without them.
Hello, like, damn. Damn. Let me turn this down a little bit. Because, wait, I should have worn my glasses. Hello.
No, you good. All right, y'all. Clearly, welcome, Boss Bae panel. Hello. I will let y'all go ahead and do y'all intros. Tell the people who you are if they don't know already. But yeah, go ahead, Banks. We'll start with you. Oh, or whoever. Yeah.
All right, y'all. What's up? Doesn't matter. Okay, Banks. Okay, Big Banks. As she said, Banksy when I'm feeling nice, and I'm feeling nice today because my girl Elle is speeching, baby. Yeah. Yeah, welcome to Speech Show community. You know, we like that. We like that for you. Okay. I got a feature show too. It comes back in September. We're on hiatus right now. It's called Manifesting with Banks. We'll be right back. We're taking a little break, okay? Today was a full moon. I hope you guys all set your intentions, okay? And other than that, yeah. Catch me live when you catch me live. That's about it, okay? Not all of us top badges are bad, okay?
And she's not, y'all. She's such a vibe. Please make sure you tap in on Big Banks, okay? That is my girl. Like, amazing person, icon. Stop playing with her. Susie B. Who are you?
Hey, everybody. You know who it is. It's your girl, Susie B. Make sure you hit me with the fave. I do have new content streaming right now. We are playing bingo. That's live, and that's totally a thing. So make sure you hit me up on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern so that you can come and play bingo. That's totally a vibe. Also, make sure you hit anybody you see with that green and yellow Scout symbol in their name because that's the family, and we be doing all of the things.
Period. Thank you, ladies. Make sure y'all fave up the baddest boss babe panel on the app. Stop playing. Make sure y'all fave them while they're here, okay? So why don't we just get into it? What are your takes from the conversation so far? Like, I want to know what we talked about a lot. I think me and Purpose went over a lot. So I'm interested to hear y'all feedback on what we've talked about. Like, tell me some of the things and we'll go from there.
Well, y'all hit it on the nail. Tell them don't waste my time. Like, I wasn't playing. Some people said to chat, yeah, they said, tell them don't waste my time. Okay, time is a commodity. I don't got no time. Okay, I don't get younger. I get older. Okay, so and I feel like for every man that wastes my time, like you should, like for every hour you wasted, you should at least give me $1.
At least, because who's making $1 an hour? Nobody.
For every hour.
At
like
least
$1, you know, maybe if that was 2 years, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? I don't know math, y'all mathematicians know the math over there. But yeah, that's cool.
$1. Let me get $1. Let me hold $1.
Right.
Susie, what you think?
Yeah.
I agree with all perspectives. Definitely communication, definitely intention, definitely acting out of purpose, moving out of purpose. With that, I stick to what I say. You have to know yourself. You can't move out of purpose and you don't really know what you want. You don't really know what you're looking for. You don't really know how to accept that energy, even if you do encounter it. You know, so have some knowledge and version of who you are set, some type of foundation built with yourself. But yeah, I agree.
Okay, so it sounds like you both are down with dating with a purpose. Yeah, you're both in favor of it.
We too old to not be like what?
What'd you say earlier? You're not getting younger
anymore. That's high school,
right?
Yeah, like it's not high school. Like we done. Y'all had college, high school, elementary school, play in the playground. We're not playing in the playground no more.
I love it. Okay, period. She said, "Come correct or not at all." Period. Okay, so what are some of the things that y'all do to, and Purpose, again, if you have anything that you want to add or something else that you want to, please feel free to let us know because I'm interested in hearing it. But, excuse me, what are some of the things that you do to be more intentional during your dating journey? Anybody can start.
All right. Me, honestly, like, this is going to be a little controversial, okay? I'm sorry. I had to turn the comments off because it's getting real ghetto in the chat and we're featured. So, it's, for me, this is going to get a little bit controversial, but basically, crazy. I do a test. I call it the emotions test. Ooh. I get my partner angry, sad, I make them happy. I do everything. I'm triggering all aspects of your emotions because I want to see what you're gonna do when you get angry, mad, all of that. Like if I even see you flinch to try to hit me, oh yeah, we done, baby. You can get right up at my door and we never, you know what I'm saying? You failed. Okay, you sad or you crying, you start crying, baby, I love you. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but like I said, we're not wasting no time. So I gotta hurry up the process. So I'm definitely gonna do something that's gonna piss you off, and then I'm gonna let you know, like yeah, that wasn't real or whatever. Like like maybe I'll have one of my best friends like text me and then be like, "You up?" Or I don't know. Okay, that's a little toxic. That's a little bit too toxic. But
Thanks.
Y'all get the point. y'all get the point though. Okay.
Thanks. Wait a minute. What about you, Susie? What are some of the things that you do to be more intentional in your dating?
I really just look to know myself. Like, I feel like my partner is gonna mirror certain values and principles that I have. So I'm looking at your hustle. I'm looking at how you treat your mama. I'm looking at, how you are as a man. Where is your hygiene? Are your nails clean? Because all of that matters. Are you a teacher? How do you talk to me? Can I feel, or do I feel safe with you in conversation? That's important. Are you somebody who raised your voice? Because I'm a Sagittarius. Okay? You tick boom me and then really ding ding. So, those are the things that I pay attention to, and that's important. How do you treat the women around you, et cetera, et cetera. So it's like I know how I operate and how I move, and I do my best to operate out of the best version of myself. So I'm expecting you to do that as well. And that's not going to waver. That's why expecting was the chosen word, because it's an
I like
expectation.
that. I like that a lot, and I like that you bring in the aspect of like alignment, right? Because a lot of times we want all of these things, but we don't have them put into practice ourselves. Or that's like ideally what I want, but like, what have you done to put in the work to get that, right? Because you need to be aligned if you are seeking alignment, right? Or if you're, yeah, you know what I mean. So that was a really, really great point. Thank you for that. Okay, let's go into the next question here. So those are, all right, y'all. So the girls are paying attention. Okay, that's what I gathered from those answers. The girls are paying attention. They're looking at your nails. They're looking how you treat your mama. They're testing your emotions. And I will say, Banks, that was a great answer, because one of the things that my mom always taught me is a person. You see a person's true character whenever they're angry. Whenever things aren't going so sweet. Whenever things aren't going so great. And and it's like they're under stress. What are you saying?
And Will, no, I'm gonna have to turn the comments back off again. And Will.
No, but for real, right? So those are really, really good points. Y'all make sure y'all fave up the Boss Babe panel and the Cohost, because the gems right now. Okay, we're giving you the blueprint. Stop playing, all right? If you're just tuning in, welcome. This is Modern Day Bay with Elle, a weekly show we do every Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern. I am joined right now by my co-host this week, Purpose Driven, and my Boss Babe panel. We got Big Banks on the panel today, as well as Susie B. Hello. So, and we're just talking about dating with a purpose. All right. So the next question I have for y'all is, they say never settle when choosing a partner. How would you balance being realistic and setting your standards when dating? Susie, I'll start with you, because we started with Banks last time. You want me to say it again?
No. I feel like, again, this is all just, at this point, like, we're at the point where it's self-evaluation in my head. Like, we're at the point of self-evaluation and really understanding what you want and what you're seeking. You can't expect or require a standard of a man or a woman, and you don't have that for yourself. You don't have the proper understanding of that standard, nor can you expect that. You can't communicate that. So you have to have some type of attunement or understanding with yourself in order to be able to set standards, boundaries, expectations, to actually move with intention and operate out of that purpose. So I'm like, I'm going to stick to that. Like, know yourself and know what you want, know what you're seeking, know what you're looking for, because ultimately what you put out is what you're going to attract. Even I'm still learning that lesson from positive women influences around me. So I know that that's something that actually works. That's just basic law of attraction anyway. But that's my spiel.
Oh my God, why you use all my keywords? Law of attraction, energy. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm a spiritual one. Wait a minute. I'm supposed to bring my spiritual. Damn.
All right. So, is there anything you want to add? The balancing between, like, what did I say? Being realistic and setting your standards.
Yes. I'm gonna say this. Your mama told you that. My grandma told me, never get with a person that you love more than they love you. The man you marry, or this is for the ladies. Ladies, listen up. Don't let your ears be for decoration, okay? This is an important one. My grandma taught me this, okay? My grandma said, you better get you with a man that love you more than you love him. Okay? Because a man that love you more than you love him, because a woman will always do things for men, you know what I'm saying? Like, we will always sacrifice so much for a man. So, and if you date ladies, you know what I'm saying? A lady, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whoever played a masculine role in a relationship. But get you one of those, because guess what? That's a person that's never going to leave you. That's someone that's going to work harder because they love you so much. Y'all may call them simps, but I call that my future husband.
Facts. I love a simp. Give me a simp. Okay? Let's simp together, boo. Let's get it. I'm weak. Purpose, is there anything you want to add? Because I don't think we got to that question when you and I were talking one-on-one. Is there anything that you do in particular to balance being realistic and setting your standards whenever you're dating intentionally?
I would have to agree with both of these ladies, especially with that law of attraction, because you're definitely going to attract especially what you speak to. With setting those boundaries, I'm in between with that. Like I said, I could agree with them both, but when it comes, I'm a little iffy with that, y'all. A little iffy with that because sometimes I can dive head in, but just off of my personality. And then sometimes I'm a Sagittarius, I can renege on it. So, you know,
say the wrong thing at the wrong time. I love it. Yeah, I think that's like one of the things that I struggle with. That's really why I wanted to ask the question, because it's one of the things that I struggle with as far as like deciding what I need versus what I want, because I do want certain things, right? But there's not always needs, and that's that accountability piece I was talking about earlier. So good answers. Okay, let me ask y'all this. It's the last question. What are some of the standards or boundaries you like to put in place when dating intentionally? So what are your boundaries for yourself and the person that you're seeing? We can start with you, Susie.
Okay, cool. I raised my hand.
You did.
I'll say safety. That's like a huge thing. I have to, due to my own traumas, that's being aware and acknowledging myself. Like, I need to feel safe in every aspect, in conversation, physically, spiritually. You need to make me feel safe and protected, so that's something that's set. That's a boundary. That's a conversation that we have. I also like, even for myself, flexibility, adaptability, being able to think quick on your feet. Sometimes life happens. You don't have time to be operating out of emotional. You need to get into logic, process, make an informed decision, and then act. And I know that I do that as a Sagittarian. Like, I will switch over quickly and do that and move on my own. So it's like either adapt with me or be able to do that on your own, so that I can adapt with you, type of thing. So those are like two top ones, sticklers. Those are like high priority. So I would go with those. That's what I look for.
All right, y'all. So Susie B wants safety and adaptability, period. I love those answers. What about you, Banks? What are what are some of the standards or boundaries you like to put in place when dating intentionally? Banks is not in the city.
Accountability. That's my number one. Okay, accountability. If you are a man that cannot take accountability, and every time I tell you about yourself, you have the audacity to be like, "But you did this," and da 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 da, and you don't want to be a man. That's not accountability. That you're not holding yourself accountable, and that means I can't ever trust you to hold me accountable, and that means that we got no trust. So guess what? Unfortunately, it's not going to work because I can't even trust you because you don't, and then honesty. How can I expect you to be honest with me when you're not even honest with yourself? A man that really loves himself and understands himself and that self-love. Like, a lot of people don't like, what's the word? I feel like I'm saying the wrong one. I always get these ones mixed up. Metrosexual? Am I right?
No, child.
The man that grooms himself, take care of himself, all of that, the ones that got beards and clean their beards and oil it and wash their face, not with just water.
Isn't that metrosexual? Metrosexual?
That's what I just said, right?
Oh, okay, sorry.
That's what I just said, no?
Okay, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's all I'm saying. I usually get them mixed up. I wanted to make sure I use the right sexual, you know what I'm saying? Metrosexual man, okay? So, like, I like me a man like that because if you could take care of yourself, I know that you could take care of me, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you could take care of a family. Because, again, we don't date for giggles now. We date for purpose.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. So,
I love it. Great answers. Great answers. I really like the aspect of like the self-care piece too. And that goes into just that accountability. I love what you're saying. If you can't be honest with yourself, how can I expect you to be honest with me and hold me accountable? And I love all of that. So those were finger snaps right there. Purpose. What about you? What are some of the boundaries and standards that you have?
My biggest one is trust. Because you could tell me that the sky is falling in your living room and I'm going to believe you. You know what I'm saying? Because I give everybody that I trust you automatically. You know what I'm saying? So I would say the being honest and trust is one of my biggest things because I'm an understanding person. I literally don't care what's going on. Just let me know what's going on. You don't have to lie to me. I get it. You know, life happens. So it would definitely be trust and honesty for me. Gotta have it.
I love it. That's really big on my list too. Great answers. Y'all, we are running out of time. I feel like I do this every week, but it just seems like the conversation goes so fast. I know. So I'm going to let the Boss Babe panel go ahead and do their outros and give y'all one last, breath of fresh air while they're here before they box down. So go ahead, Banks. We'll start with you.
Okay, y'all. My name is Banks. Big Banks. If I'm on the other side, and Banksy when I'm feeling nice. Top streamer on this app. Proud member of the female supportive females movement, and we don't support mean girl energy. Okay, if you a mean girl, I don't like you. Okay, and I said what I said it, and I meant it. Okay, you can catch me live random days. I have my own feature show on Mondays, and that will be back on the fall. Season break. We'll be back in the fall. Astrology, spirituality, that's all me. Energy, that's me. So if you like any of those things, those keywords I said, hit me with a fave. Thank you, Elle. It's always a pleasure being here. And even though it's called modern day now, we're still baddies.
Okay. Let them know.
Still baddies.
Oh, I love you. Thank you so much. Susie B, tell the people who you are.
Once again, it's me, Susie B. Hello. Make sure you hit me with the fave so that you can come and play bingo. Make sure you fave Top Badge 2 cent for Top Badge and get in on that karaoke auction. I am lucky number 7. So even if you're not coming out to shoot, come out to support. That's always welcome and appreciated. And a quick announcement for y'all that got kids. It's tax-free weekend coming up the 4th through the 6th. Even if you don't, go get some stuff for tax-free, okay? Because the hood way is what? Hello?
The only way. Do not play with it. Do not play with it. Do not play with it. Shout out to them. Hello? All right, y'all. So as DJ Rich Beats makes his way back to the box, I want to thank our co-host for being here tonight. I think I skipped something. I did. I'm so sorry. We're not there yet. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay, y'all, it's time for my final thoughts. Each and every week I give you my final thoughts on the weekly topic, and this week is no different. So when it comes to dating with a purpose, it is beneficial to date with a purpose if you're ready and willing to move with intention during your dating journey. Although it can be more time consuming and require more action, there are several benefits to using this approach. Some of the things you can remember during this process are to be selective, not picky. It goes into realistic expectations with needs versus wants. Stick to your boundaries. You set them for a reason, so do not waver. Listening equals learning. You listen more and you listen for what's important, both the good and the bad, all right? Keep in mind you're working to build something, so make sure the person can put in the amount of work that you desire, all right? And vice versa, that they desire, you can put in that work for them as well. And finally, lead with intention, move with integrity, and be what you desire. If you want alignment, you must too be aligned, all right? And DJ Rich Beats, I see you blinking in the box. Before I bring you up, I want to thank our co-host for being here. Purpose-driven tonight and sharing your time, my friend. Thank you, and insight with us. Go ahead and do an outro. Let the people know where they can find you and what you've got going on before you box down.
Well, thank you so much for this opportunity. But of course, y'all know I'm purpose driven. You can catch me every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Success After Setback. If you are looking to be on my show, you could definitely be on my show, especially at First Story. But besides that, I stream randomly, and congratulations, Elle. You deserve it, girl.
Thank you so much. Make sure y'all tune in for Success After Setback. It's a really great show, all right? And make sure y'all fave up the beautiful Purpose Driven. All right, y'all. Let me bring DJ Rich Beats up here so he can get us on our outro. But that's the show. All right. Thank you for joining us for the first featured episode of Modern Day Bay with Elle. I'd like to give a special shout out to tonight's featured co-host, Purpose Driven, and to the Boss Bay panel, Big Banks and Susie B, as well as the best DJ on the app, DJ Rich Beats. Be sure to meet us back here next week, same time, same place. I'm ELLE The Druggg, and remember, all your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. DJ Rich Beats! Great show, y'all.
Yeah.
I know you looking, but are you feel me? You feel me? I know you looking, but are you feel me? Just like dice, the way I'm rolling. I got money, so I show it. I said the day like I'm here rolling. I got words like I'm a poet. Just like dice, the way I'm rolling. I got money, so I show it.
One time, young. Yeah. Yeah.
Just like dice.
Bluey, I see you on the dragon. Thank you. I couldn't say anything during the show. Thank you.
So I show it. I said a day like I'm here rolling. It's the modern day.
Hi, Swanee.
Mr. Get up out my way. Make some room. You feel me? I know you looking, but are you feel me? 16 minutes, bitch. Just like that, the way I'm rolling. I got money, so I show it. I said a day like I'm here rolling. I got words like I'm a poet. Just like that, the way I'm rolling. I got money, so I show it. I said a day like I'm here rolling. I got words like I'm a poet. Just like dice, the way I'm rolling. I got money, so I show it. I said a day like I'm here rolling. Cause I got words like I'm a poet.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming through.
As we finish, y'all. As we finish, same time, same place, y'all. Tuesday, y'all, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mr. Bookton, busy, and booked. They call me DJ Rich Beats, y'all. Elle, see you next time, y'all.
You already know Rich Beats. I love you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Shout out to Nico for the music
We're
too.
zooming right now. We're zooming right now.
They say slow and steady.
Yeah, make sure y'all tell
Wins the
Nico we
race.
play his music on the show, okay?
I move at a different pace.
Yeah.
What do you say right now?
I'm zooming.
We zoom in. One time. What do you say? Yeah. What? We zooming right now, y'all. Yo, see you guys. We out, y'all.
Thank you, Rich Beats. What a great show. That was awesome, y'all. All right. I am setting my profile picture. I am stopping the recording.